Hi, welcome to our Metal Reactions channel. I'm Brad.
I'm Alena.
We've been enjoying taking a journey through metal with you and each other.
And if you like our videos and would like to support us, now you can do so on Patreon.
It's €1 and helps us to put out more frequent and better quality videos. You can find the link in the description below. So today we are doing Nightwish, Dead Boy's poem. I know people are waiting very expectantly for Ghost Love Score. It is coming. The longer videos we're going to be doing soon when our schedules open up.
It's just a clever build-up.
But yeah, for today, Dead Boy's poem. So needless to say, I don't know the song. Yourself?
Yeah, I think I've heard it before. It should be an old one. But I haven't heard it performed by Floor. So
Okay.
it's going to be new for me too.
Okay. And this one is Buenos Aires again. So we did it for I Want My Tears Back. It seemed like a good party, fun, lively atmosphere with the crowd. Let's see how this one goes.
Okay.
Born from silence, silence full of it, a perfect concert, my best friend. So much to live for, so much to die for, if only my heart had all. Sing what you can say, forget what you can't play, hasten to drown into beautiful eyes. Walk within my poetry, this dying music, my love letter to nobody. Never sigh for better world. It's already composed, played and sold. Every thought, the music I wrote, everything I wish for the night. Wrote for the eclipse, wrote for the virgin, died for the beauty, the one in the garden. Created a kingdom, reached for the wisdom, failed in becoming a god. Never sigh for better world. It's already composed, played and sold. Every thought, the music I wrote, everything I wish for the night.
Okay.
Yeah, what do you think?
Way change of pace after Romanticide. We're on the complete other end of the spectrum here. So it's quite an interesting watch. Like there's lots of elements happening that I'm trying to pay attention to. There's now a double neck guitar, which I haven't previously seen. So that's kind of new. But it's just sort of very atmospheric, light, like building up. So it felt like a very long intro. and I just want to see where the story goes from now. Yourself?
I enjoy this pure singing, like very soft voice, so tender. Indeed, like telling the story.
Almost like vulnerable kind of voice.
Yeah, and there was not much like instruments playing while she was singing. There was only this, like so far, there's only a small part which was like heavy instrumental, but the rest is more like, I don't know, I wouldn't say a cappella because there was still something playing, but obviously like voice is the center of attention of the whole performance.
Okay.
If you read this line, remember not the hand that wrote it. Remember only the verse, songmakers cry, the one without tears. For I've given this its strength, and it has become my only strength. Comforting home, mother's lap, chance for immortality. Where being wanted became a thrill, I never knew. The sweet piano writing down my life. Teach me passion, for I fear it's gone. Show me love, hold the long. So much more I wanted to give to the ones who love me. I'm sorry. Time will tell, this bitter farewell. I live no more to shame, nor me, nor you. And you, I wish I didn't feel for you anymore.
Thank you.
Very impressive vocally at the end there.
Yeah, very powerful voice.
I was showing like her mouth was so wide open, like properly just letting it all out there.
Yeah, but it was such a like large volume of sound. That was really cool.
Yeah. Sure. It's a lot to absorb. I feel like I'm only able to absorb parts of that. There's a lot going on there with, so like the extended intro, you got bits of what sounds like another character or another person saying, like, I don't know if it's reading a poem. So I'm wondering if there's like dialogue, like if the lyrics are coming from different perspectives then when that's happening. I'm trying to like unpack this puzzle of things that are happening, and then like, how it started off lighter and then it's getting heavier, or at least not heavier per se, but more lively, more instrumental. So I'm trying to like piece together what do all these changes mean in like the lyrical context. It's quite a lot to take on board live. Like, I think this is a song that needs a few viewings to kind of, or a few listens, and viewings with the video, to sort of just piece together what was happening here.
Yeah, it was quite a lot. I think, so at the end, she was singing like an ocean song, an ocean soul.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the whole song feels like that. So like at the beginning, it starts light, like you're at the surface of something, but then it gets like deeper and deeper and opens up and just expands uncontrollably. I do quite like this expression, like an ocean soul, like endless, deep.
Yeah, I didn't know where to go with that, because I'm struggling to piece all the lyrics together, but I mean, the ocean soul could even have been like a lonely soul.
Yeah, there was at the end. It's first saying like a lonely soul, an ocean soul.
Oh,
lonely
right.
soul, an ocean soul.
Okay. So then, like, is the ocean lonely? Perhaps just because it's so vast, Like if you're the ocean, there's not a lot of people around,
Yeah, I think it's a bit of a contrast. So when you hear a lonely soul, you think of something, I don't know, small and separated. But then when you think that this one thing can be so deep and vast and powerful, it's kind of hard to absorb that it's at the same time a lonely and ocean. I think, I don't know, I got this impression, especially because of the reading in the background of the sort of young boys, also because we know the name of the song, Dead Boys Poem. So it does feel like someone reading a letter or like writing a letter and just reading it while doing it. So there is the sound of possibly like the character of like the main person whom this song is about, and he's somehow writing it. It does feel a bit like, I don't know, sad, kind of like
I'm getting a lot of sad
like
feelings.
A suicide note.
I got that as well. Only in one section did I feel like it was suicide note-ish. But so
because it is telling about like going away and living no more, like I live no more to shame, no me, no you. So it's death of someone or something. So at the beginning I was thinking that, okay, it's a suicide note of a person, but then I was thinking maybe it's just, some kind of a part of a person that is dying. So there is a lot of lyrics about creation and art.
Mm-hmm. I was getting that too.
Yeah, so what do you get of that?
Well, so now from the comments previously, I forget which song we were doing, but someone explained, a few people explained that the guy that writes the songs, Thomas, I think I'm saying his name correctly, when he refers to a poet or something of that nature. He's referring to himself or poems. It's himself, and perhaps, now maybe this is just my interpretation, but maybe his artwork. So, you know, his songwriting. So a lot of this did kind of feel like it was from his perspective and a reflection on his own, perhaps, you know, catalogue of songs, like the work that he's produced. And yeah, in some ways, maybe talking about a bit of like a writer's block or something like that.
I didn't hear about this part, like about the writer's block. I remember that we heard it in I Want My Tears Back. There was a dead boy mentioned, and yeah, we got this comment that it's about like the writer himself. And here it feels like there is so much behind the silence of a poet, of a writer, and also that the writer expresses his feelings and emotions through art, rather than maybe directly telling it to people. But when you go into this world where he can be anything and he can create anything, you can really understand the depth of his feelings, the depth of his soul, and how much how much is there.
So that ocean depth of his soul is being put out into his artwork.
Yeah, and it's kind of also making him immortal on the one hand, because all of his life, all of his experiences are transferred into those songs and the poems, and anyone who reads them or like comes across them is able to travel into this world, which was just created by one person, like this whole new universe where everything is possible, like to build a kingdom, to die for beauty, to try to become a god.
Yeah, I was also, all these various things I was also thinking were like he was referring to his artwork, or like different pieces of work he's created.
Yes, and it is kind of a lonely lonely story, because despite of all those things that he's able to create, he doesn't find in real life maybe those like he's saying that his art becomes like comforting home, mother's lap, chance for immortality, but all those real feelings, they're kind of missing from the real world. I don't know. So that's kind of a tragedy, in my opinion. You can give so much people by creating this whole universe for them to experience, but in real life there is hardly like the emotions or this extent of feelings and passions that you can get from other people, because they might not be willing like to go into that world, or
misinterpret it perhaps.
Yeah, and because there was also something about silence.
Born from silence.
And silence full of it. So maybe he's silent like in real world, you know? So people don't really get to know him.
See, I interpreted that differently when you're saying born from silence, silence full of it, a perfect concert, my best friend. I thought he was talking about like he created a whole concert out of nothing. Like there was silence before, then he's created this artwork. Now there's a whole concert. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. So it is kind of tragic, I think.
The line "My love letter to nobody" is very striking to me. It kind of ties in with what you were saying though, like where it's this thing that he's created. This is his heart here, but it's not directed at anyone in particular. It's just putting it out there for the whole world.
Yeah, and that's why he stays lonely. And at the end, it also says, so much more I wanted to give to the ones who love me, time will tell. like the creator, he lives through time, and it was also saying here about immortality. So, and actually, only time tells how much this creator gave to the world. How much it lived on, and how many new ideas it created, and how many people experienced like those emotions that he's talking about.
I quite liked as well. So if you read this line, remember not the hand that wrote it, remember only the verse. So saying remember the artwork, not him, the person, not the creator.
Yeah.
It's quite striking to me as well. But I'm not quite sure why. So there were those certain parts that were read out by, the boy or whatever, the different voice. Do you have any ideas on why those are in a different voice to the other parts of the song? I'm not quite sure.
I think those parts that were read out, so that was kind of what was exactly written in the, I don't know, this metaphorical letter or something. But then there was so much that was missing from there, like between the lines. And that what the rest of the song was, possibly.
Okay, well, yeah, I'm not sure, maybe.
But then for some reason here, I live no more to shame, no me on you. So it's kind of feels like this part of life should go away. I don't know actually why. Maybe because all this living in the not real world actually keeps the poet from living in the real one. So at some point you have to choose one. Pick one. If you still want to have real life, you have to get over with this part.
I get a sort of sense from the song that he's struggling to create the art that he once did, though. Perhaps this turmoil or this internal conflict is then perhaps affecting his ability to create art the way that he once did. So when I said writer's block, that's kind of where I was getting that from. So things like teach me passion, for I fear it's gone, show me love, hold the lawn, etc. I don't know if you get that at all.
Yeah, possibly. For I fear it's gone. Yeah, maybe it's a struggle for writing more meaningful stuff. I guess we'll see in the comments.
Yeah, let us know.
How much of our talk was actually right.
Maybe they've spoken about the song and
yeah,
it has a more specific meaning than that, but at least that's our best stab at it.
Yeah. Don't judge us too hard.
Okay. Anything else?
Nope.
Thanks for joining us for the next step in the Nightwish journey, and we'll see you again soon.
Thank you for watching.